Dr. Andrea Pennington here, coming at you with the number one mistake that we pet parents make when it comes to feeding our fur babies. The number one mistake that we pet parents make when it comes to feeding our kiddos is we feed too much. We feed too much. Obesity by far is one of the most common lifestyle diseases that we veterinarians see on a daily basis. And here's the thing, it's entirely preventable. All you gotta do is make sure that you're feeding the correct amount to your pet. So I'm gonna give you my top 3 tips for making sure that you feed your pet the correct amount. Tip number 1. Make sure you're able to control what your pet is eating. Now, while it is true that some pets can free feed and maintain a healthy weight, the vast majority cannot. I mean, let's be honest. When was the last time any of us went to an all-you-can-eat buffet and didn't overeat? Guilty. And our pets are no different. So make sure you're able to control how much they eat. For some of us, this might mean having to change our feeding routine up a little bit, but the payoff will be worth it when you're able to have a long, happy, healthy life with your pet. Tip number 2. Now that you're able to control how much you're feeding your kiddo, you gotta make sure that we're measuring it properly. Okay, do me a favor. Go look at whatever it is that you use to scoop up your pet's food. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, did you come up with something like this? So the red Solo cup, while it made for a really catchy country song, it makes for a terrible measuring device. So sorry, Solo, you gotta go. So what should you be using? I personally like to use these, just basic baking scoops. I got these from the dollar store. They're super cheap, they're very accurate, and you can just leave them in the dog food bin to have whenever you need them. So that's what I recommend. Okay, time for a bonus tip. Don't heap your scoops, okay? Here's the deal, guys. This is not a quarter cup, okay? This is a quarter cup. So don't heap your scoops. No cheating. That leads me to my final and by far the most important tip, and it's this. Tip number 3. Feed the correct number of calories. Okay. Let's just get real for a minute. There are some things in life that are true, whether you want them to be or not. You gotta pay your taxes. You can't stay on your parents' insurance forever. And calories count. They just do. And if you eat more calories than you use, you gain weight. It's true for us, it's true for them. So you gotta know how many calories are in the food that you're feeding. This information can usually be found on the bag or the can. But if all else fails, Google it. A little internet digging, you can generally figure out the amount of calories that are in anything. Also, be sure that you're counting all the calories, okay? This means calories in the food, calories in the treats, also in the table food, in the housemate's food that they sneak into when you're not looking. It all counts. So right now you're probably thinking, but Dr. P, how many calories should I feed my pet? That's a great question. But unfortunately not one that I can answer right now because all pets are different. But you know who can answer it? Your local friendly veterinarian. So that's it. My top 3 tips to help you avoid the number 1 mistake that people make when feeding their pets. Control what your pet eats, measure it properly, and make sure you're feeding the correct amount of calories. Until next time, cherish your fur babies and remember, your vet loves your pet.